Hey everybody, it's Narrative Tarot. So I have a really short video for you guys. So I'm uploading for the 2020, the March 2021s. Anyway, so that's why I'm looking over here and stuff like that. So I have Saturn and Venus up if you're interested or whatever. But this is just a short talk about my like weird kind of like thing going on. So what had happened was, so there's periods where I do a little bit of ancestral kind of like work as far as kind of opening myself up to spirit with different languages and stuff like that. It's kind of an offshoot of the glossolalia thing that I do. And so, yeah, I just opened myself up to that. But I was drawing, excuse me, where is it? Oh, yes, I was drawing things for tattoos, and I just like textile design. So I was like just drawing stuff, right? And then I drew this, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool, because I'm very interested in that, right? I'm interested in just repeating patterns, repeats. So I did that, and then I got this word, and I'm gonna spell the word. It's Iyawo. Now, it has like symbols and stuff over it, but I don't know what those symbols are called. Now, I went to look up that thing, and I got Maya, which is like pretty simple. Um, and I looked up Maya, and it was talking about like illusions and cosmic stuff and spiritual things like that. But the other one I didn't know, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, this is a journey. So I started it and I looked it up. Well, turns out it's Yoruba. And then I was like, okay, this is an ancestral thing calling. Okay. And so, I looked it up, and the meaning was wife, and I was like, like, I was just, what? Like, the fuck are we talking about here? So I spent my whole time like, what? Like, what are we talking about? So I was just like thinking about it and like thinking about it, and then like I had a big freak out, and then I was like, it all like clicked in because like I was looking at words and stuff like that for like a while, and then I did it like another reading. I did the Venus reading, and so like I was just like, what the fuck is this? So it was like wife, and the funny thing is, those like wedding commercials, those like rings or whatever commercials for like wedding rings and stuff like that. I kept seeing them, and then I just I did a video on my like my womb struggles and stuff like that, and I've done a little bit of work with womb work, and I'm like, okay, so not only is this supposed to be like a past life thing that I'm supposed to like clear up, right? I feel like some like energy is behind me. Like, I don't know. They're like, go on, tell the story. Yeah, yeah. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like if I look, like, I can't see it because I'm looking through the camera and I can't turn around and see it either. But I feel like the energy's like, yeah, tell the story. Tell the story. But I'm like, okay, sure, like, yeah, I keep seeing this shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so, what happens? So I've been seeing like the ring commercials or whatever for wedding rings. I've been getting intuitive hits on wombs and cleansings and pregnancies. And like at some point I have felt like I'm like, oh man, like the way I move my like body, I'm like, man, I'm pregnant. Like, so I've been thinking about that like a lot, thinking about ancestral patterns with regards to motherhood and like I did the reading about like the mother, like mother something something, but it starts with mother. So I've been thinking about that, and then I get this, and I'm like what? And so I was doing a tarot reading because like Venus, I had finished Venus, so I was using reading, and then I started freaking out 100% because I like realized I was like, okay, like, because I don't like this clear. I had realized, okay, so I'm the last one to know in all of this. I'm the last one because I did the reading, and then it was kind of like, I could feel in the background like ancestors talking to ancestors. So it was just like mine were talking, and then I felt like they were talking to some other group of ancestors, and I was like, so you guys have already figured this out in the back. And it's just kind of like, yes. It's like, so you guys figured it out in the back, you guys been talking behind my back. And that's what I was saying during the whole reading. It was like, you guys been talking behind my whole back. And then I even feel like the person knows. I'm just like, why am I the last one to know? Like, and I got the feeling that they didn't tell me, because in my mind I saw like a wedding and I saw me like bolting for the door. And then like, you know, like in certain like weddings and stuff like that, comedies, when the person trying to leave, the guards or whatever like move, like you can't get out. And I'm like, is this why? You think that I'm not, you think that I'm basically gonna like freak out. You're right. I am freaking out. But I'm like, I'm too young. I'm like, no. So that's kind of what I felt. I was like, are you serious? Like, y'all are like picking people and shit. Like, this is already together. You guys already are like, yeah. So, you know, I felt like there's some other things that need to be worked out. I don't know what this is, because it seems really formal and traditional. Like, it seems like on some dowry shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, yeah, like they're still working out the details. And like the details I got was like how many kids. I'm just like, are you serious? Like, why am I a pawn in your games? So there's that. Then I decided to go on YouTube and look this word up. And then it came up like a part of a religion. Cool. I looked that up. And then I saw that it was with different religions associated with African spirituality. Now, mind you, I'm not one of those people that thinks that because you're this, you should just jump into anything that's like African. That's not me. I'm quite open. I'm into whatever it is that I need to ascend and move forward. Cool. Guess what they call the practitioners, the beginning people? This word. I was like, so not only do I feel like there's a marriage partner coming through with this, literally they talk about wearing white. Like the beginners, they wear white. And I'm like, so is this the marriage as well? I'm like, so I'm getting married to this like deity. And then I just ended up freaking out about that, because I was like, I really don't want to do this. Like, none of this right now. I get the sense that I have to do. It's like, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, either with the person, right? Or the deity, the energy that I'm supposed to work with. So I like, got on the hotline for this, and I ended up just contacting like this energy, because I feel like I know which one it is. And I was just talking, and I was like, madam, good day, how are you? And so I just ended up saying, was like, look, I feel like you're calling me to be a practitioner. That's fine. However, I have grave reservations about the human beings that facilitate this. Can I work with you? Can I work under you as a kind of one-on-one? The message I got was yes. And so I'm like, oh, thank God. But the message I got was yes. And I was like, cool. So I basically know essentially kind of who. And I feel like this is not rare, but I feel like this is something outside. This is how I feel. This is something that I have to do that might sit outside of this religion. That's probably why I'm kind of like not trying to be in it, because there's something outside of it that I'm supposed to do as well. And I don't know if it restricts me based on that, or that's just me tripping me up and trying to like not be a part of it. But essentially, I looked it up, and I looked up some correspondences and how you know and all of this stuff, and I was like, okay. And so I was just asking, I was like, well, and then this deity also deals with like wombs, motherhood, cleansing. And I'm like, y'all really are preparing me for something. Like, why am I the last to know? So, but I ask because I have been very drawn to doing womb meditations, Neptunian things in the water in the womb, about wombs, about mothers. And I feel like that's a gift that I have to like use in this lifetime. I feel like that's a gift that I have to use. Like, I have to use that. And I don't know if it's like dealing with mother trauma, like I'm supposed to be a practitioner that helps people with that, and then like helps people give birth to like better generations of children or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, that seems like my thing. So it's like I'm either getting married and having kids and shit like that, or like I'm working with this and dealing with people having kids. My hands look so weird, but like that's what I felt. I feel like it's both though. I feel like there's a spiritual person that knows, and like when I was thinking about this and like freaking out, a car started outside and I was like, oh, they already on their way. Like they're already on their way. So I can't do anything about that. Like, they're already on their way. I feel like I've already been imprinted upon, like religiously and maybe romantically. Like, and then I have this somatic experience with like a tiger, and whenever that shows up, I know that I have to do somatic work on myself, but I also know that there's a certain energy that's around me, and I'm like, oh shit, like this is a lot coming on. Anyway, wrapping this up, I ended up conversing with this deity, and I was like, well, I want to know why I'm kind of like chosen with this, and what I received, because I was like on my way to sleep, because I needed to calm my ass down on my way to sleep. But this deity was like, around the time that you were born, I put out like an energetic vibration amongst water, and the energetic vibration I received from you in the womb signaled to me that you were supposed to be one of mine. And I'm like, oh. So it's not just me at the time, right? There's like hundreds of thousands of people born the year that I was born, like millions possibly, right? But around that time, well, that I was like conceived and like in the womb, like this person was putting out different vibrations. across the globe, and it seems like I'm one of the amniotic vibrations that resonated or like sent out a signal that I was receptive, or my mother did, and like that's kind of how I ended up being chosen. So I'm just like, this is some in the womb shit. This is you already were going to be this, and yeah, now you need to prepare yourself for the wedding. So I'm like, I'm getting married, y'all. Married to what and to who? Anyway, that's my short little story. That's not really short, but cool. Oh, also look up, what's her name? Mystic Rain, but Rain with two N's at the end. She has a story about her love life. It's like a few videos, like 7 videos down or something like that for the most recent. But she talks about her love life, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is so cool. Little did I know, like, some shit was in the background lurking on my ass. And I was just like, oh God. I feel like this is spiritual, but I do feel like it's tied in romantic, because it's like that word is both spiritual and romantic. And there's even movie titles with this word, and it means wife. So it's just like, so yeah. I even got asked like last year in the summer, when you getting married? I'm like, oh shit. So a lot of stuff is happening. Bye, y'all. I'm running. I'm trying to run, but I think the door, they done blocked the door and I can't get out.